Kiki, do you love me? No, I'm just kidding.
Elevate, elevate. Only obligation is to tell it straight. So much on my plate, I gotta delegate. Baka pass a drug test, we gotta celebrate.
Hi, what's up YouTube? It is me, Carly Ray, and I'm coming at you guys with a nursing video. This video will be about nursing salaries, like the truths and the myths behind it. So if you would like to know exactly how much does a new nurse make, and I'm gonna say after taxes as well. So if you would like to know how much a new nurse makes after taxes, then just keep on watching this video. Let's get into it. So number one, as a new nurse, I started out making $19–20 an hour, and I was working in a small little country town in East Texas, honey. And I started nursing in 2012, and pretty much that was the norm. In 2012 was $19–20 an hour. Yes, coming from a Super One, which is a grocery store in East Texas, so coming from a Super One cashier, making what, $8 an hour to $20 an hour, so that was a huge jump. So I was excited about it, but lo and behold, honey, when I got that first nursing check, I was just kind of like, this it? Like, okay, I got a lot of bills now. I got a lot of student loans, Sally Mae. Yes, honey. So pretty much after I graduated, I stayed with my mom, and I had a car note, which I had just bought myself a Challenger as a graduation present, and I also have student loans and, you know, just other miscellaneous bills like a cell phone bill, a little fun for my weed, you know. But just with the miscellaneous things, like my first paycheck would just completely go straight up to bills, student loans, and, you know, just I had a little bit of money to last me until the next 2 weeks. So my second paycheck is where I got to keep a lot of my money. But I was thinking like, okay, well, if I wanted to move out, I wouldn't be able to afford it, you know, because rent in this small little country town is about $600–700 something. Then you add more bills and groceries and da, and then basically you're living paycheck to paycheck. So I mean, just don't want you guys to be confused or caught up in the fact that, oh, hey, nurses make a lot. You also got to take into account that taxes will take your money so bad. I don't know. I wish I could meet Uncle Sam myself so I could be like, run me my money, homie. Like, run me my money. Because that's just like how much taxes take out. It's ridiculous. You've done the math. You'll work 3 days, 12-hour shifts 1 week, because that's considered full-time as a nurse, and then 3 days another week, that's considered full-time as a nurse as well. You do that math, and let's see what we come up with. All right, so in a 2-week time period, I made that much, and that was before taxes, baby. Before taxes. So taxes take out, I would say about anywhere from $300 to $400. Let's do that. Let's do $400 just to be on the safe side. That's how much I would bring home for a 2-week period. So I mean, it's not a lot when you think about all the stuff that nurses have to put up with. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to sound like I'm just ungrateful, because I love what I do. I love being an ER nurse, and I love seeing new things, and just basically, you know, just being able to learn how to manage emergencies, because I'm an ER nurse, but learning how to manage emergencies, what's emergent, what's not emergent, you know, so that can apply to my family life as well. So that's one of the main reasons why I became an ER nurse. But I mean, for the stuff that we put up with in an emergency room, it ain't enough, honey. It ain't enough. I mean, people would just come up to me and be like, oh my God, you're a nurse. You know, I heard nurses make a lot of money. Honey, don't do it for the money, because as you just seen, let me put this back up there for y'all. As you just seen, $1,040 is what you would bring home. So $500 roughly a week. So, yeah, it just ain't a lot. Number two, well, that's for an emergency room. Now, when I was in a nursing home, which I did do a little bit of nursing home as well, I got paid more. I don't know why that is, but in a nursing home or home health, they pretty much typically make a whole lot more than a hospital will. I know people don't ever tell you that, but I'm here to tell you, honey, that's what I have found. Home health, hospice, pretty much anything outside of a hospital is where you make your money. I'm sorry to bust your bubble or whatever the case may be, but that's just how it is. Number three, now fast forward from 2012 to now, ER nurses make about $24 an hour. That's coming from a facility that I just worked at. And what you want?
Oh no, I'm just chilling.
Oh, you know I'm recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I'm recording too, right?
To the left, to the left. Can you leave out? Can you leave out? Oh, so you ain't gonna leave?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, anyway, so back to what I was saying is that, oh my God, I can't fucking deal. I can't fucking deal.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye, Jay.
I don't know what that was. Fast forwarding now to 2018. So the hospital that I just left, new nurses there make about $24 an hour. That's starting out as a new nurse. And it's still not a lot if you take into account that in 2012 I was making 20, and then in 2018 you know, new nurses make 24. That's not a huge gap. You get what I'm saying? So there's not like there's an increase, like a large increase every single year. That's just now here in East Texas. That's what a starting new nurse will make in an emergency room, or even on a regular hospital type floor. That's what you'll make. Tip number 4, the best way that I can tell a new nurse basically how to maximize your income, not now, but for the years to come, I would say the best way to do that is to get some ER experience or to get ICU experience. Those two places typically, like, there's always a need for them two places. So you can take your craft and travel anywhere and do anything with those two. So in the ER, it's kind of like, okay, wham bam, thank you ma'am, I got you fixed, you're stabilized. Now I'm finna ship you either upstairs to the floor, or I'm finna ship you out to another facility that can better care for you, or I am about to tell you to go to the house. So in the ER, you just kind of get that wham bam thank you ma'am. But in the ICU, you learn the overall care of it. Like when the patient's labs come back at this, how should you titrate your drips to this? You learn about vents and art lines and everything like that. Those are traits that people typically want. All right, last tip, tip number 5. So this tip, I think, is the best tip that you could ever have. So in nursing, what I have found, and I've only been nursing for about 6 years. In the beginning, it's about what you know, but then once you kind of get your way around knowing things and stuff like that, it's then gonna turn to not what you know, but who you know. With that, I say this: I've always worked at an emergency room, and I pretty much am a social butterfly. I talk to any and everybody at my job. I love to have fun. So, for example, when I was working in Dallas, I seen these 2 nurses that would only come on the weekends, and I'm just kind of like, how does that work? Like, y'all only work like 2 days out the week, and y'all still get paid like full time? How? So I began to ask questions. I mean, I wanted to know, like, how are you only working 2 days out the week and still getting paid full time? Basically what it was is that they were on a weekender contract. I didn't know that. I didn't know that existed until they told me that. So when you apply for these jobs and stuff like that, they're not gonna tell you, oh hey, if you want to do this, you'll get paid more, or oh hey, you know, if you work these certain days, then you'll get paid more. Nobody's gonna tell you that, because they want you to basically come to the facility for the lowest paid amount. So you don't know what you don't know. Basically, they work 2 days a week. They got paid full time. They could either pick a Friday and a Sunday, or a Friday and a Saturday, or a Saturday and a Sunday, or however you want to do it. They only had to work those 2 days and still got paid full time. Those nurses got paid $50 an hour. 50, and were still considered full time, but they just had to give up their weekends. Now that I knew that, I was like, okay, well, that leaves a whole bunch of room for you to make a whole bunch more money during the week. What else do you do? So they're like, oh, we have another job. We work at this up and coming new little hospital. They were paying their nurses $45 an hour. And it was only like a little 10-bed ER. I was like, okay, so how do I apply? Honey, I'm trying to get these coins, because where we worked at in Dallas, baby, it was a hell hole. I loved it. I loved my coworkers. I loved where I worked and everything like that. But when you come in to 9 nurses on staff and it's a 50-bed ER that never goes on divert, and you're the trauma nurse, but you have like 3 other patients as well, so you got this CPR going, but Meemaw down the hall is really, really sick too, but there's nobody there to manage her. You get what I'm saying? I was looking pretty much for a way out of the hellhole. When they told me about that, I was like, okay, so can somebody get me on? Like, sis, where I sign up? Like, where them papers at, honey? Sis need another job. I applied, I put her name down, and guess what? I got the job. So I want you to take from this, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. So that's where you're going to basically maximize in the future. Once you learn what you need to learn, the groundwork, make that little measly 20-some dollars an hour, just think of it as basically a grinding moment. Like, okay, hey, I'm just here to get my skills up, to learn you know, how to manage my time better, to learn how to do X, Y, and Z. Just get that time in, and all of that, once you get it down packed, it's never gonna leave here. It's never gonna leave here. So now you got your skills down, now you can turn it into who you know type of game. So to sum it up, as a new nurse, your pay will suck. Sorry to tell you, but that's just how it is. Unless you want to work in home health or something like that, but then you got to weigh your options. You're not going to get your skills. As a new nurse in a hospital, your pay will suck. You will hate taxes, but just think of it as your groundwork. Once you get at least about a year or 2 up under your belt, branch off, go somewhere else, do something different. Nursing is a big old umbrella with so much stuff to do. Don't limit yourself. Don't stay stuck in that little hospital. Always, always, always look for the bigger coin and the best dollar that they will pay you. Okay? I guess this will conclude my video. If you guys really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content that I'm putting out on my channel, I would love it. But I would love it if you guys subscribed to my channel and just basically watch me as I grow throughout my channel. So love you guys. Bye.